Marvin Lewis. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Three-Sided Box Prediction Center here for week, what is it, my God, what week are we in now? Week 7 of the NFL season. Wow, guys, we are almost halfway there. Crazy week that passed. A lot of good games, some really weird ones. As you can tell, this week I am solo doloing it this week. There's no Johnny, because God forbid he's here. There's no Eric, because God forbid he's here. Michael has exams he's got to study for, so do I. But I have enough time to do little predictions for you guys, for the loyal Three-Sided Box fans, or for the idiots who decide to watch these idiots, including myself, talk about football. Let's jump into it. I am David, your host, as always. Week 7, Thursday Night Football. We got Michael's Chiefs hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh my God. Michael's Raiders hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. Jesus Christ. It's been that kind of week, guys. It's been that kind of week. He can't predict. Not like he's here to give his picks. Anyways. So I'm going to kick it off. I'm going to pick the Chiefs. I think they're going to come out on top of this one. The Raiders have been struggling lately, but I do think the Raiders will keep it close. It is a divisional matchup. It is prime time, and usually Raiders-Chiefs games on prime time tend to go a little crazy. You know, whichever fans remember that was a Thursday nighter or Monday nighter, maybe even the Sunday nighter, when the Chiefs lost to the Raiders and their first win of the season back Derek Carr's rookie year. That was a crazy game. I think it's gonna be something very similar to that. A lot of penalties in my prediction, especially towards the end. That's my wild guess. So that's my prediction. I'm picking the Chiefs to win this one. Let's move on to Sunday's matchups. Alright, for Sunday, just by the way, I forgot to mention this, but if you want to skip to your specific matchup or something you're just interested in hearing from me, because this week it's going to be just me, everything's down in the description down below. Just click it on probably the more, show more, whatever the hell it shows. Everything's there with the times. Click on it. There's your matchup. Alright, Buccaneers at Bills. The Battle of the Bees. This is going to be quick, by the way, everybody. It's going to be a short video. I'm going to pick the Bucs to win. We're at that transitional point where the Bills start to suck. Even though they haven't had a great season, their defense has been pretty solid, and the Bucs have struggled at times, but I think the Bucs will come out on top of this one. And LaShawn McCoy has not scored a touchdown this year yet. That will change. I think he will score, but it will be in a losing effort. Bucs for me. Next game. Next up, we got a purple matchup. We got the Vikings hosting the Ravens. I'm going to pick, oh boy, this is actually a tougher one than I thought. We got Case Keenum in, because Sam Bradford's out, Teddy Bridgewater's not back yet. We got no Dalvin Cook, and we got a struggling off and on Ravens team. I'll go with the Ravens. I'm going to pick them to win a close one. They tend to win the ones that nobody expects them to win. So that's going to be my pick of the week. The purple and gold over the purple and yellow. So yeah, next game. Next up, we got an AFC East matchup. Definitely irrelevant bowl status. We got the Jets going into Miami to play the Dolphins. This is a tough one. This is two very bad teams facing off against each other. Dolphins have had their moments where they've looked decent. The Jets have had their moments where they've looked better than we've expected them to look. I'm going to pick the Dolphins just because they're at home. And I expect this is the tipping point of the Jets season where they're just going to be shit for the rest of the year and get that first overall pick and probably not do anything special with it. So we'll see what happens, but I get the Dolphins. Next game. Next up, we got an NFC West matchup. A lot of divisionals this week. We got the Cardinals heading into Los Angeles to play the Rams. Rams surprising a lot of people this year. Great offense, great defense. Not great offense. Above average offense, like putting up good points and a great defense versus a Cardinals team that's really been struggling. However, they got AP, who, although I think is extremely overrated, and you could hate me for it, I don't give a shit. I never liked the guy, but I'll admit he's got something left in the tank. He's always been good. I'd never say he's bad. I always thought he wasn't as good as people make him out to be. But regardless of my opinion on the player himself, the Cardinals seem to be a little bit recharged, a little bit more focused, a little more incentive to win the game. But I'm still gonna pick the Rams. I think their defense is gonna be a little bit too overwhelming. And although it's a home game, the Rams have not been selling out tickets that much because, let's be honest, Los Angeles is not a sports city unless you're a Dodgers fan, but even then. So I'm going to pick the Rams to win this one, but it will be close. And I think we're going to see a changing of the guard in the NFC West this year. So we'll see what happens, guys. Next game. Next up, we got another divisional matchup. AFC South. We got the Jags and the Colts in Indianapolis, of course. Excuse me. This is a tough one. Kinda. Not really. See, on any other given Sunday of any other given year, the Colts would have been the hands-on favorite to win this one. However, the Jags defense this year has played pretty well. They look like a legit defense. Their offense has been extremely hot and cold. Blake Bortles looks like Tom Brady one week, and then he looks like Jamarcus Russell the next week. So it's a tough one. The Colts have been a steady ship of shit, riding down a path that Chuck Pagano and Jim Irsay have constructed for them, which is going absolutely fucking nowhere. Even though Jacoby Brissett and some of their offensive pieces have looked good at times, their defense has looked somewhat decent at times. I'm going to give the edge to the Jaguars. For the first time, I think maybe ever, I picked the Jags to win a game. I think the Colts really need a change, and I think they shut down luck for the season, or at least for the foreseeable future. We'll see if it extends all the way to the end of the year or not, but I think it will. I think it's going to bite them in the ass. Even though his health comes first and they should not let him play until he's 100% ready. I think they're trying to tank the year to honestly get the best pick possible. That's my prediction. So we'll see what happens. But I'm going to pick the Jags this week. Next game. Alright, so we're back in the NFC. We got the Saints heading to Green Bay to play the Aaron Rodgers-less Packers. Interesting matchup because the Saints have been very surprising lately. Defense not playing half bad. The offense good, as we always know, because of Breeze. And without the distraction of Adrian Peterson. I mean, not like he was a huge distraction, but I mean, there was a lot more eyes on them just for the fact that they weren't playing him properly at all. And obviously the huge story in Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers out with a broken collarbone, with a backup quarterback that has 0 NFL experience, and a now new backup who has, anyways. The Packers are fucked. Let's just call a spade a spade. However, it is in Lambeau. But I'm gonna pick the Saints to win this one. I think the Packers season is done. And the division is wide open now. The Lions and the Vikings are gonna have a nice battle to see who takes that one. The Packers could pull this one off because it is at home. But I think Drew Brees is gonna have a nice day against that very weak Packers defense. And I think the Saints defense will have enough to defeat the Packers offense, which has not looked great, especially without Aaron Rodgers. So, I mean, it's looked great. It's looked pretty good, but without Aaron Rodgers, we don't know how they're gonna react to that. Are they gonna come together and form a team? But I don't think Mike McCarthy has the coaching leadership skills in order to do that. I could be wrong. I hope for Packers fans' sake I'm not, but I'm gonna pick the Saints this week. Next game. I really like this solo dolo thing, guys. Panthers, Bears. Another interesting matchup. Julius Peppers heading back to another team that he's played for to play against them. Panthers, Eagles was last week. We killed them. At least in my mind, we did. It shouldn't have been that close. I'm gonna pick the Panthers because they're better than the Bears. The Bears suck this year. They mind you, Trubisky's shown that he knows what he's doing, and that the Bears made a good choice picking him. And all of a sudden the playbook has opened to crazy trick plays that apparently Mike Glennon would have never been able to pull off, which just boggles my mind. But I'm gonna pick the Panthers just because the Bears, you don't know what Bears you're gonna get. Are they gonna be the Bears that you thought they were, or are they gonna be the Bears that you didn't think they were? I don't fucking know what the hell I'm saying. Panthers for me. Bears. Man, Chicago, with the Cubs out now, I don't know. But anyways, next game. Next up, we got the Titans at the Browns. Interesting matchup. I'm going to pick the Titans because they're playing the Browns. That's my pick for the week. Next game. So that last one was not interesting. It was kind of a joke for those who didn't get it. But anyways, Cowboys at Niners. Navarro Bowman recently released. Niners in a very weird transition right now. Cowboys, not as good as people thought they were last year, which I correctly predicted. Oh, it's your hate for the Cowboys. No, it's not. It's my rational thinking. My hate for the Cowboys makes it come out in ways where it sounds irrational and very biased. But the reality is I see them more than most other people do because they play against my team all the fucking time. But anyways, I'm going to pick the Niners to win this one because fuck the Cowboys. So, Cowboys do have a better team, but the whole distraction with Zeke and this whole suspension thing, he's allowed to play, not allowed to play, suspensions here, suspended. I don't understand what the fuck's going on. Either suspend the guy or don't. I don't give a shit anymore. It's ridiculous, and I don't like them, so I'm not gonna pick them. So next game. So after I speak about not being biased and correctly stating how bad the Cowboys are, then biasly picking against them in a match that obviously I shouldn't. But anyways, I digress. Next matchup, Broncos at Chargers, AFC West, Michael's division matchup. Broncos look good on defense this year as they always do, and the Chargers keeping games close this year, losing a lot of close ones, but without that home field advantage, which they never really had. I mean, most recently they never had in San Diego. Los Angeles has not been friendly to them so far. At least when the Eagles played them, it was basically Philly Southwest. So with that, I'm going to pick the Broncos. They're going to travel there. They're going to have home field advantage basically with their fans. And their defense is going to step up and completely swarm that Chargers offense. So Broncos for me. Next game. Next up, we got the Bengals versus the Steelers. AFC East matchup. North, excuse me. A lot of divisionals this week. This is a tough one. Because the Steelers are like on and off, or at least Roethlisberger is. Antonio Brown had that ridiculous catch last week. Beat the Chiefs, which nobody saw coming, especially after that 5-interception game at home. And the Bengals have looked awful, but have a few wins, and yet they've also had games where they haven't looked half bad. So, because the Steelers are at home, I'm going to pick the Steelers to win this one. Kind of right the ship, erase the doubt a bit, while the Bengals' doubt will continue to rise slowly, and hopefully fire Marvin. What's his name? This is what I mean, where you shouldn't listen to me. But anyways, as much as I know my football, I don't know my football at the same time. So I'm gonna pick the Steelers this week. It's gonna be a close one though. So next game. Marvin Lewis. Next up, we got the Seahawks heading into New York or New Jersey to play the Giants in the Meadowlands. Now the Giants have pulled off a victory without any wide receivers versus the Denver Broncos defense, which nobody saw coming. And I also predicted the Giants would win the Super Bowl if they beat the Broncos, which they're not doing. I think that was a fluke game, and I'm going to pick the Seahawks to completely swarm them. Their defense is not as good as Denver's, but they do have a better secondary. And although the Giants will not have any receivers, even though I'm not sure if what's-his-face Shepard is back, I think the Seahawks are going to have a field day, and I think they're going to have it's going to be a big win for the Seahawks. I'm predicting a blowout victory for the Seahawks. It's a good score. 32 to 10 Seahawks. That's my prediction. Yeah. Alright, Seahawks, next game. Sunday Night Football. We got a Super Bowl rematch, everybody. Boom, 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 boom. We got the matchup of the season. Probably not. Falcons at Patriots. So the Patriots have mightily struggled this year. Their defense has been garbage. One of the worst defenses from a Super Bowl defending champions maybe ever. I don't know the stats, but I know they're one of the worst. While the Falcons have had their moments of a Super Bowl hangover. They've had their moments where you question, how legit they are. But it is prime time. Man, honestly, I don't know. I was gonna say I was gonna pick the Patriots, but now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like the Falcons might get their revenge. This is a tough one. Shit. Ugh. Falcons Patriots. God damn it. Who the fuck's gonna win this one? You know what, guys? I'm gonna make a bold prediction here. No. Patriots are winning this one. Yeah. You know what? This is where they right the ship. This is where we're off to Cincinnati comes in. We're home versus the Falcons. Look, it can go either way. I could definitely see the Falcons taking the victory in this one, but there's something about the Patriots in prime time, Sunday Night Football, at home, you know, end of October. I don't know, man. It just feels like it's their moment to start riding the ship a bit and making, you know, the season go well again. Matt Ryan and their offense could completely decimate that Patriots defense, but I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to predict the Patriots, but I could be very wrong. Upset City is very possible, even though I wouldn't necessarily call it an upset. But that's Patriots for me this week. So we'll see what happens, guys. Monday Night Football next. And for Monday Night Football, everybody, bam, 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 we got the Washington Redskins heading in to Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, to play my Philadelphia Eagles. Now, we all know I cannot predict. It's our rule here at Three-Sided Box. So I'm going to ship it off to my brother, who's studying upstairs for his one prediction of the day. Take it away.
Alright, and so for my pick for this upcoming Monday night matchup for David's Eagles and his very hated Redskins, I'm probably going to go with the Eagles on this one. The Redskins are really not a very good team on Monday night. They usually do well on Sunday night for some reason. I don't know why. But anyways, I'm going to go with the Eagles on this one. They're riding high. They're a really good team. Redskins don't have Josh Norman. And yeah, screw the Redskins.
Alright, so thank you for that, Michael. I'm going to give a little, I'm not going to predict because I can't, but I'm going to give you a little rant, I don't know, a little preview of what I think could happen, a little insight into an Eagles lover's mind, a Redskins hater. I don't know. It depends how you see it. But regardless, I'm going to talk about this game a little bit. The Eagles are currently number 1 or number 2 in run-stop defense. We beat the Redskins in week 1. This is going to be our second matchup already versus them, which is pretty crazy. The Redskins have shown flashes of complete idiocracy, where they look like they're an incompetent team, and they've also shown flashes where they've been pretty decent. The Eagles have been consistent all year for the most part. Our only loss came in a very close battle against the longest undefeated team in the Chiefs. I don't know. This could definitely go either way. It's a divisional matchup, prime time, but the Redskins, like Michael said, struggle in prime time on Monday Night Football. If you guys want to go back to 2010, which is it's crazy, that's already been 7 years, with Michael Vick dominated the Deadskins and put up like, I don't remember, 5 touchdowns, 6 touchdowns. I can't remember because it was just first play of the game to Deshaun Jackson, deep throw, crazy play action pass, and I don't know, man. I know I jumble my words together, and I'm not the greatest speaker, and I'm extremely biased towards my Eagles, but this could be the game that we lose because we like to play down to our talent, and even though the Deadskins are maybe not as bad as I claim them to be all the time, this should, according to the stats and how we've been playing so far, this should be a win for us. So I'm hoping for an Eagles victory. Fly, Eagles, fly, baby. Let's see what happens on Monday Night Football. So that's it for predictions for this week, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Smash that like video. Subscribe if you haven't, if you want to see more NFL predictions. It looks like WrestleMania 3 is going to be completely postponed for the year. Not like anybody actually gave a shit, but for those who did, okay, we're sorry. Johnny is extremely busy. I have 2 jobs and I'm going to school, so it's really hard to find time to film this. We should have done it in the summer. I fucked up. Not even his fault. It was me. I never openly pushed for this to happen as I normally do because I just thought it would eventually, but my bad. So mind you, maybe it will happen, maybe it won't. I don't know, but as it is right now, it looks like it's postponed at least till probably the spring when the weather gets better, at least. So maybe we'll have WrestleMania 3 and 4 next summer. I'm not sure, but anyways, new videos every week on this stuff. So pay attention for that. We'll see what happens with the gaming videos. The second job has really taken up a lot of my time, and as much as I thought I had free time, instead of putting it into this, I've been putting it into working. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to try my best to get it out. It's basically me by myself. As much as Johnny provides the camera and he's the host of a lot of shows and he helps a lot with the production, it's basically me in terms of editing and trying to schedule stuff and getting the props ready and a lot of stuff like that. So it's hard when you want to do something that you could be proud of. You know, I don't want to put out something just for the sake of it, even though the viewership is not much and even though the subscribers is not great. It's also my laziness at the same time. So it's a mix of everything. So for those who actually do care, the 46 subscribers at this point in time, I am sorry, but we'll do our best going forward, and you will definitely see some more gaming stuff down the line, hopefully very, very soon. And some more skits and a lot more three-sided box action. So subscribe for that, guys. We really appreciate it. Share the video with your friends. We super appreciate the love. You know how much we love it. And put your picks down below in the comments. I keep saying this every week. I love to talk to you guys and all NFL fans from all over the world about how stupid we are, or how stupid the picks that they're giving us are. It's all in good fun, because in the end, who gives a shit? It doesn't really affect us. So that's it for this week, guys. Enjoy the matches ahead. Enjoy wherever you're living and the weather that it is. I hope it's good. I hope you have a great week. Go out there, do whatever you gotta do. Be you and be happy doing it. NFL is amazing. Football is amazing. We will see you all for week 8 next week. I don't know what the fuck I just said for the most part, but thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you all next week, hopefully with a full cast. Take care.